The newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. A law expert says that there's no legal basis on immunity of a vice president from suit. In an interview here with us on One News, FEU Law Dean Attorney Mel Santamaria said that since the functions of a president and vice president differ from one another, the vice president cannot be said to have the same immunity from suit as the president.
Unlike the president who is immune from suit, a vice president is not, simply because the functions of the two differ from each other. A president's job, he is so busy that he cannot be disturbed by any civil or criminal suit during his term. Otherwise, it might derail the activity of his functions. There is no legal basis for immunity for a vice president of the Republic.
Meanwhile, when asked about the legality of an incumbent president running for vice president, Santamaria said the spirit of the Constitution must be considered. The law dean stressed that an incumbent president cannot at a later time assume an institutional office that might affect the decision of an incumbent president.
The constitutional provision says that the president cannot run for any office. All right, he cannot run for any other term. So the word any in the Constitution seems to be undefined. The rule is you have to look at the spirit of the Constitution. Clearly, the spirit of the Constitution says that an incumbent president cannot at a later point in time assume an institutional office that might affect the decision of an incumbent president. That's the spirit of the law. So if that is so, then even in the position of vice president, a president cannot run for the same.
Recall that yesterday, President Duterte said he will run for vice president next year to protect him from lawsuits as critics threaten to bring him to court. In a speech at the PDP Laban National Assembly, Duterte said he knows that his critics plan to charge him with numerous suits after his term ends. With this, the president said he will just run for VP in next year's elections to retain his current legal immunity.
They keep on threatening me with lawsuits and everything. Trillanes and itong si Carpio. Sabi ng batas na kung presidente ka, vice-presidenta ka, may immunity ka. Adi, tatakbo na lang ako ng vice-presidente.
However, it's not 100% clear if Duterte was serious or just joking. After all, in the same speech, Duterte made light of the role of the country's vice president.
The job of the vice president is to lie down on his official residence and wait hanggang mamatay siya. Tignan naman natin kung sino yung presidente. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng presidente gusto mong mamatay.
Armed Forces of the Philippines spokesperson Edgard Arevalo has officially retired from service. As Arevalo reached the mandatory age of retirement today, he formally relinquished his post in the AFP. That includes his position as AFP Education, Training, and Doctrine Commander, which he filled concurrently with his duties as spokesman. Arevalo thanked his media colleagues for the fruitful experience during his term. He also thanked them for the professionalism throughout his duty. The AFP has yet to announce a new spokesman, but Brigadier General Francisco Ariel Felicidario has succeeded Arevalo as commander of the ETDC. Now, due to the worldwide spike in COVID-19 cases, the U.S. Embassy has canceled all business and tourist visa interview appointments scheduled until August 31st. In a statement, the embassy said that they will not charge a fee to change an appointment. The validity of the visa payment or the MRV fee will also be extended until September 30, 2022. This will allow applicants to schedule or attend a later visa interview appointment without having to pay the visa fee again. Visa applicants are also urged to continue monitoring the embassy's website for updates regarding the resumption of routine visa services. And we'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. In sports, the Philippine Olympic Committee confirms that a Philippine delegate to the Tokyo Olympics has tested positive for COVID-19. In an earlier interview here on One News, POC President Bambol Tolentino said the infected member is not an athlete but an official who is currently still in Manila. Tolentino assured the public that contact tracing efforts are now underway to detect other possible cases. The official said they will enforce the strict observance of protocols among athletes throughout the sporting event.
Every day will be swab test, and they will be collecting the result and the test every morning. If you miss it in the morning, then in the evening, that will be part of the health protocol in Tokyo. Daming bawal. It's really like a bubble, and no fans, whether be local and international. That's it. It's really a closed door.
An International Olympic Committee member from South Korea tested positive for COVID-19 upon arrival in Tokyo. In a now deleted Facebook post, Ryu Seung-min said he tested negative twice prior to departure and has been fully vaccinated. Ryu is the first IOC official to contract the virus ahead of the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. Tokyo Olympic organizers earlier reported the first case of COVID-19 at the Athletes Village, with 14 new cases connected to the Games set to open next week. Now, despite the 3 reported positive cases in the Athletes Village, Tokyo Olympics organizers downplayed the concerns, saying that the Games will run safely. Tokyo 2020 President Seiko Hashimoto said they will continue to be transparent with COVID-related information, despite the issue being a big concern for incoming athletes, delegates, and even organizers.
どういう場合にあっても安心していけるんだというふうに思ってもらわなければいけませんので、そのことも含めて徹底した情報を共有と、そして情報の発信、そしてその対応、これをしっかりやっていきたいと思っています。
It's not just foreign delegates facing problems with COVID-19 days before the Olympic begins. Local COVID-19 cases in Tokyo surged to a 6-month high days before the Olympic Games kickoff. More details from this Bloomberg Quick Take.
国としてどう対応するのっていう、これからもうどんどん人増えるのにどうするのっていうところが、日本は置かれている立場がやっぱ厳しいんじゃないかなというところだと思います。
これだけ反対の声がありながら、まだやる気だっていう組織委員会や政府にすごい、IOC などにすごい怒りがあって、そういう気持ちで来ました。
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 1 in the afternoon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.